Kundalini and sexual energy. How to delve deep into the mysterious vastness of Kundalini energy, with a particular focus on how this energy arises through our bodies as a sexual force and what that means for us. How can we manage this powerful energy in a way that benefits us and all beings in all dimensions? As many of you may know, either from personal experience or through your education in Tantra, Kundalini energy is a highly sexual force. Sometimes it is considered primarily sexual. It might be somehow easier to experience it through sexual arousal. But Kundalini energy is much more than just sexual energy. It is the energy of all, or divine energy, revealing itself to human consciousness. Kundalini energy cannot truly be described. But I know how helpful it can be to understand what it is when we go through spontaneous Kundalini awakenings. Educating ourselves on these topics allows us to consciously surrender to its will, in the confidence that this transformation is for our greatest well-being. When our Kundalini energy arises through our spine in its purest expression, we can feel extremely powerful bursts of energy, kinds of energy flowing undulatory, rising from the base of our spine to our heart space, into our head, and beyond. It is at this time that we experience being a channel or container of this energy, which flows into us from the heart of the earth and the higher realms. Briefly said, this energy is pure. As divine energy, it holds all the qualities of divinity. Peaceful, unconditionally loving, free, powerful, silent, infinite, and eternal. Also, like everything in nature, it is deeply sexual and, because of its divine nature, it is highly orgasmic. However, even once our Kundalini energy is activated in our system, it may take some time before we can experience this force as an orgasmic blissful flow of life. Kundalini awakening can be difficult, no matter how prepared we are. Because it pushes us towards an ever-increasing expansion that requires us to let go of all our human attachments. However, when we begin to embrace this process instead of trying to repress the energy by clinging to our human ego, we can experience great joy and blissful love. Our Kundalini energy shows us our potential in all its power and allows us to step into our soul nature, allowing us to reunite with God, divinity, oneness. The divine union is the most orgasmic, peaceful, loving, and intense as we can have in a human body. Some of us sometimes get a glimpse of what divine union might be like. But it is only through our Kundalini ascension that we can experience it as our way of existing. This means that our human consciousness merges with divine consciousness. And we merge with our inner divinity within us. When this happens, we are reunified with universal unity. Yet we remain humans. We still have a body. We still have life experience. We took a new perspective on life. But the lessons didn't stop. This is what human life is. We are always here to remember who we are, more subtly and deeply. We are here to experience what it truly means to be one. Enlightenment is a dynamic process that constantly varies in intensity. It is made up of many small awakening experiences that show us more and more of our true nature. During this process, the sexual intensity can often be very high. And we may wonder what to do with so much sexual energy. During a divine union, we experience a deep sexual bliss which then rises to our heart space, where it merges into unconditional love for all beings in all dimensions. The energy could then also rise in the center of the head, opening a higher dimension of understanding and spiritual perspicacity. The orgasms we are honored to experience through Kundalini ascension are very different from those we have experienced in our unconscious, unawakened life experience. First, we don't need to have sex or even touch each other for that deep pleasure to explode in our body. These are spiritual orgasms, which can also be described as inner orgasms. They are intense, peaceful, and relaxed. They are rooted in divine love. They are not caused. They simply occur and can have different intensities. Also, they can last a long time and even become our permanent state of being. Yes, we can experience full-body orgasmic bliss throughout our daily lives. It is our natural state of being, our divine nature. Experiencing deep pleasure while performing everyday tasks can be unusual and even a little uncomfortable at first. As we learn to function while highly sexually charged. Because of cultural taboos, we might try to repress this powerful force because we unconsciously believe that our sexual energy only belongs in the bedroom. We might unconsciously fear having such profound spiritual experiences as a way of being. Because allowing these experiences requires total surrender and absolute confidence. And we could still explore what that means to us. To experience life as a blissful breath of life, we must cultivate total surrender. But, we must also have full control of our mind. The mind is like a monkey, and if you let it run wild, it will always find something to latch onto. So we need total control over ourselves while allowing ourselves to completely surrender to what is. This is important, especially with sexual energy. Because, this energy can be really powerful. We must always remember who we are and who we want to be. And never let anything, desire or control, come between the two. This is what I mean by total control over ourselves. To always remember what type of energy, frequency, we want to express through this life. As many of us know, we can only experience deep pleasure if we truly let go and allow ourselves to feel. This is why experiencing permanent full-body orgasmic bliss can be frightening. Especially when engaging in the outside world. When happiness happens, we are open, vulnerable, and surrendered, we stop thinking and just let ourselves feel and be. And it can be intimidating to be so open while engaging in today's world. However, we shouldn't worry too much about it. We are protected and detained. If you find yourself in this kind of inner conflict, wanting to let go and surrender to pleasure while holding back in fear, I can suggest to you. 1. Visualize yourself surrounded by a bubble of light that protects you. 2. Ask your guides to protect you and guide you towards life experiences that allow you to fully express yourself while being completely safe. 3. Pray for your guides to care for you as you allow yourself to let go of the past and the future and stay fully in this present moment. Many people, especially women, have difficulty showing their sexuality and sensuality to the world due to past trauma or fear of attracting a bad experience. You know, this whole cultural idea of asking. And subconsciously we might believe that if we vibrate very sexually, we're indirectly asking for it. This is not the case. You are completely allowed to express yourself as sexually as you want. First, you never ask for it. No matter how you walk, talk, breathe, dress, or vibe. Secondly, and very importantly, spiritual bliss is profoundly innocent and pure. And if you hold this frequency, you will vibrate to every experience that is not in tune with you. Think of a child or a cat. They are very sexual beings. But, we consider them pure and innocent, and when we engage with their life energy, we do so in a way that is both innocent and pure. We tune into their vibration. It is the same with spiritual bliss. Once you unleash your blissful nature, you can be recognized and probably will be as a very sexy woman or man. But people who cannot engage with your innocence and purity are overwhelmed and do not enter your field. This is why you must always take care of your energy and stay in the frequency you choose for yourself. Continue to vibrate your joy and deep pleasure. And watch how fear-based people leave altogether your field. Also, observe how loving beings enter your field to share your joy and witness your pleasure from a pure, gentle, and caring point of view. Pleasure and surrender are very attractive energies. And they attract a lot of attention, those that can vibrate with us. But we are always able to choose what we want to do with our energy and our body. Being awake to the pleasure of life doesn't mean you have to physically share your sexual energy with others. We should be very careful who we have sex with. An awakened Kundalini represents a lot of energy that can disrupt one. And when yours is elevated and highly activated by sex, the awakening of your partner's energy can be triggered. Even if their energy does not fully awaken, they can still be overwhelming to their consciousness to witness these intense energies. What can also happen, especially if you're still dealing with wild, unchanneled energy, is that you might become very upset or emotional because of how intensely and strongly you're feeling everything. And the other person might not be able to cope with your energy as you need. So before you engage sexually with someone new, I suggest 1. Pray for guidance into life experiences that benefit you and all beings in all dimensions. 2. Pray and set the intention to be a channel of divine love. This way you ensure that this relationship is best for you. And that you are not using your strong sexual energy to control, manipulate, dominate, or abuse others. So please make sure that all your experiences arise from love and that you grow in love. Then all will be well. And you can rest knowing that your life expression and pleasure serves the highest well-being of all beings in all dimensions. In its pure expression, the ascending energy of Kundalini is highly healing for all beings who see it. So no matter how you engage with others, if your Kundalini is in balance with your system, you continue to serve the great well-being of creation. As a final suggestion, I wanted to share with you the idea that once you have opened the door to spiritual bliss within yourself, you do not need to physically engage with others to experience sexual union. This is one of the principles of Tantra. There are many ways to engage sexually with others without having sex. One of them is astral projection or soul sex. And with this, you can always be sure that you are working for the expansion and growth of your soul. Engaging in astral love with another spiritual being or soul is deeply healing and heart-nourishing. And can be especially beneficial when your energy system is still finding balance. On a more human note, you can experience great physical and sexual pleasure while simply cuddling with your partner and letting your energy surge through your system. This allows you to both know how this energy is engaging with your systems and to see how you both respond to the intensity. It helps you nourish your relationship before engaging in physical sex, laying an intimate, emotional, and loving foundation before diving into a more intense, deeper union. When we have sex with other human beings, our energies mix. And we must find a partner with whom there is not too much give and take, so that both beings can experience the relationship as an expression of love, happiness, and healing. Finding such a partner with whom we can build a tantric partnership can take time as it requires emotional intelligence, sexual maturity, and a deep opening of the heart. Also, if your Kundalini is active, you may first need to learn how to manage these energies on your own. To attract a loving tantric partnership into your life, it may be helpful to 1. Ask your guides to bring your partner into your life, expressing how you want them to be. 2. Ask your guides to bring into your life all those experiences that prepare you for the relationship, expressing how you want that relationship to be. 3. By consciously opening yourself in your body, heart, and mind to this love, stay receptive and open to new experiences and connections. So you can just give up and rest, knowing that your guides are working for you. Once we are rooted in our inner happiness, we flow with life, embracing all experiences with joy and acceptance. To do this, we must let go of all cultural conditioning regarding sex and pleasure, and let ourselves feel and enjoy.